Hello, this is Shar from The Real Kitchen for Real People, and I trust that everyone is feeling and doing well this fall day. And this is an exciting time of the year, getting ready for the holidays and all the good smells of baking and gathering together with your family and friends to build those memories. It's nothing like building memories with your family and friends. Today, I know I already have on the channel the sweet potato pie filling, but this is another upgrade spin on baked sweet potato pie filling. So this will be a little different preparation than the one that's already listed, which I think this one is awesome. And the difference is that I'm going to use baked sweet potatoes. So that's why I call it baked sweet potato pie filling. Now I'm just going to show you the filling part. And you can put your own crust. You can buy your crust, or you can use the crust link that I have below for you to make your own homemade crust, which is wonderful. It's an easy recipe, and it's a never fail crust recipe. You know, it'll always turn out perfect. So you can use either type of crust you want, but this video is going to show you the baked sweet potato pie filling. And what I do is prepare my sweet potato pie filling in advance of the holidays that's coming up, so I won't be so exhausted. You know, when company comes, you can kind of be relaxed along with them, not so tired and stressed out over cooking. So I'm going to prepare this pie filling in advance, and I'll put it in the freezer. So once I'm ready, my pie crust is ready and everything's ready, then I'll just take it out of the freezer, thaw it out for about an hour, and then I will dump it in my pie crust and then bake it. So it's a lot less stress cooking when you prepare your items that you can prepare ahead of time. It's a lot better on you. So I'm going to prepare bake sweet potato pie filling. So of course the star of the show is going to be the baked sweet potatoes. And I bake these sweet potatoes. I put them in this container here, and after I wash the sweet potatoes, I just washed the peeling of, just washed them off, because when I get ready to take that peeling off, I don't want those germs in my potatoes. So I wash them, and then I bake these. I have three medium-sized sweet potatoes, and I just set them in this pan and cover the whole thing with foil. And then I put them in the oven at 360 for an hour until you can squeeze them. You know they're done. Then you'll take them out and just let them rest for about 15 minutes. And this is where we are now. These are rested for 15 minutes. So this is the star of the show. And then I will let you know the other ingredients. You're going to have carnation milk, nutmeg. I always use a little pumpkin pie spice in mine. That's a spin I have on my sweet potato filling. And you have your cinnamon, of course, your vanilla, and 2 eggs. And what's important about making a sweet potato pie filling, is that you eliminate the strings. And I have a way that was shared with me, so I'm going to share it with you, to eliminate those strings easily. It's not a whole lot of blending and blending and blending till you don't see strings. This is simple and easy, and one of my pantry members shared this tip with me. So I appreciate her sharing this tip with me, because it sure made making this sweet potato pie filling a lot less stress. And your pie is string free. So let's get started. First thing is I'm going to put these sweet potatoes in my food processor, and that is the new spin, the food processor. So I'm going to put these into my food processor. Okay, what I first did was, after they cool, I cut them. Just cut them all down. No certain length, just cut them crossways. Okay, and now I'm going to put these into my food processor. So this is a new way of mixing your sweet potato pie filling. And it eliminates all those strings and all those efforts of trying to hand beat them out. So you just put them in your food processor, and we're going to blend these on high. And it'll be a little noisy, but I want you to get the feel of what you are doing here with the food processor. And you can see how it's combining all those sweet potatoes. So I'm going to do this for about 3 minutes, and I'll come back to tell you the next step. Okay, after 3 minutes, you're going to open your food processor, and then just kind of stir it around your sides. Make sure that they got mixed real well. See how fluffy that is? See that? So it mixed that really well. And to just make sure, because I get really paranoid with them strings, then I'm going to do it for about another minute after I've stirred the sides, pushed the sides down. So I'll stir it about another minute to make sure. Okay, now I'm going to add a half a cup of sugar to this mixture. And then I'm going to blend it again until that's all blended in together. Okay, now I'm going to add my butter. And I'm going to melt this butter just a little bit in the microwave. I'll show you. Okay, this is how I melted it. Just a little bit, probably like 4 seconds. 4 to 5 seconds, because I don't want it totally melted, just a little bit. So I'm going to add that to the mixture. And blend again. Now let's open it and stir it up a little bit. Get the sides. And you can see how smooth that is. No strings. Just wonderful. Thanks again to that pantry member that gave me this tip. Appreciate it so much. Okay, you see that now? Okay, now we're gonna add our eggs. I already have them cracked in the bowl, of course, so I won't be surprised with any smells or anything like that. So I'm going to add these 2 eggs into the batter. And then I am going to blend. Now I'm going to blend the eggs. Okay, let's open it and stir the edges. Okay, now we're going to add our spices to this. Okay, we have nutmeg, and I would say I like nutmeg in my sweet potato. I like to taste it. So I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay. And then I'm going to do an 1/8 teaspoon of the pumpkin pie spice. And I'm just guessing on some of this stuff because a lot of times it's going by taste. But this is to start you out at least, so later on we'll taste it and make sure we have enough spices added. Okay, and then I'll add also an 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon. So I have the spices there, and I am going to blend these in. So I will return after the blending process of these spices. Okay, I've stopped, and I'm going to stir around the edges. Make sure those spices get all the way down in the bottom. And I'm going to keep these spices available in case I need to add, a little bit. It just depends on your taste, according to your taste. Okay. Now I'm going to add in milk. Now I'll use the carnation milk, as I said. I'll use this. And what I'll do is just add a 1/2 cup to start out, because I usually just guess. So I'm going to start out a 1/2 cup of carnation milk. And be sure to shake that up real good before you open that can. So I'm going to add this to it. And then I am going to mix again. Okay, I got that mixed in, and I'll show you the texture of the batter. That's the texture of your batter. Now, some people use Eagle brand milk. I've seen that recipe several times, of Eagle brand milk versus the carnation milk, the evaporated milk. But I like to use the evaporated milk, and I'll add sugar to it as I need it, or if it's not sweet enough. Okay, so now we're getting ready to add the vanilla. I always like to add my vanilla at the end. And we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay. Then we're going to blend that in. Okay, this is the texture of it, and I'm going to give it a taste to see if I need to add any more spices to it. So you can just get your little spoon and taste it. I'm going to add just a little bit more cinnamon to it. Okay, a little bit more nutmeg, just a little bit to give it that pop. So, and a little bit more pumpkin spice. Okay, and then we're gonna, and then you can add the sweetening according to your taste, and you don't have to use sugar, regular sugar. You can use any type of sweetening that you use to sweeten your food. Splendor or whatever, they have the baking Splendor, so you can use that instead of regular sugar. It'll still come out good. I've made a couple of those and they still come out delicious. So I'm going to blend these spices in there and I'll get back. And you see how beautiful that is? And now it tastes fantastic. So all you have to do is put these in bags or in another or a container, freezer container, and put it, seal it up real good and put it in your freezer, and then it'll be ready for you on Thanksgiving or Christmas, whatever. So you can make this batter, you can double it up if you want. This will probably make you 2 pies. A lot of times I'll make a 1 pie and then make the little ones, some smaller pies, just the individual size, if I want to send some elderly members of our church a little treat, individually treated. And that's all it is to it on making sweet potato pie filling. Now this is, like I said, this is a new spin. I have the baked sweet potatoes versus the boiled sweet potatoes on my previous video. So it's a little different than that other one, but you can choose whichever one you wish. But this is one of my favorites because I can mix it all in this food processor. Makes it so much easier, and you have no strings. As you can see, you see no strings, and that is fantastic. So this is ready for the freezer, or if you want to, go on and bake it and check it out and let me know what you think. If you like this recipe, give me thumbs up and give me a comment of how you like the recipe or what your spin is on the recipe of sweet potato pie filling. So like I said, I'll have the homemade pie crust filling link at the bottom. So you can do that, or you can purchase your pie crust, whatever. But this is the filling that will go in those pies. And then when you get ready to bake them, like I said, take your filling out about an hour ahead of time, and then bake them at 350. And it'll take probably about an hour to bake, to an hour and 15 minutes, just depending on your oven. And if you just take a toothpick and stick it in the middle to test to see if they're done, the toothpick should be smooth when it comes out. So that's just a tip on checking to see if your pies or cakes are done. Just use a toothpick or a fork or a little knife to check to see and make sure it comes out smooth. So I hope you enjoy this and have fun cooking. I've enjoyed you cooking with me. And until next time, I will say, love, love. See you later. Okay, here's my pie filling in my pie freezing containers. I use these reusable freezer bags, and they're perfect. So I've separated to where I have 2 pies. So that's all it is to it. Have fun cooking.